Welcome to the series of Relational Database Management System. Myself is Fatima Rafiq, Assistant Professor, Abid Amda Senior College, PCA Department. We have started with the PLSQL. We have completed some topic of PLSQL like data types, PLSQL block, what is exception, and system defined or inbuilt predefined exceptions. Today we will see what are the exceptions, which are user defined exceptions. User-defined exception are the exceptions which are not the standard exceptions, but these are the exceptions we can write in PLSQL block for handling it. PLSQL block allow you to define your own exception according to the need of your program. A user-defined exceptions must be declared and then raised explicitly using either the raise statement or by using the procedure DBMS standard dot raise application error method. Whenever we are writing the user defined exception, these are the steps. Like for example, see, this is the syntax which actually we have already seen. Here we'll write a declare and then we will declare a exception variable. Then we'll begin the execution section. We will write the code for uh, execution block. Then we will write a raise keyword for raising the exception. Once the exception is got raised in the execution section, then in the exception section we will be able to handle it. This is the handler, like which type of message we want to give to the user when this particular user defined exception will run. These are the steps of writing the user defined exceptions. Number 1, declare the user defined exception. Exception must be declared before it get used. For example, if I'm writing any exception and like let's take I want to check whether the number is negative or positive. If the number is negative, I want the exception, that is enter the positive number. So I can write here negative number as an exception. So the declaration has to be done in the declaration section under the declare keyword. Then we have a raise exception. It is a step number 2. Raise the exception when the error condition occur. Like whenever there is a condition, we think error the exception will come, we need to write raise. It is a keyword for raising the exception and followed by exception name. Remember, this exception name is the exception name which we have already used in the declaration section. And then the third step is handling the exception. Once the exception is raised, then the control transfer to the appropriate exception block. Check the name of the exception within the exception block. If it founds, then it execute the error message or exception handling code. Like for example, if we have a exception negative number, and whenever we are raising it, so who is responsible for handling the exception? It is the exception keyword. Exception is a block where the exceptions are getting handled. So what it will do, it will match with the name of the exception. If the name found, then the appropriate message or the code which is written in with that particular exception will get executed. Now we will see the example of the user defined exception. Let me just give you one more idea how it is getting used. First we will write declare keyword. In the declaration keyword we will be writing the exception variable. Then begin, we will write the execution code with the raise keyword whenever we want to raise the exception, and then exception handling code whenever we want the exception to be handled. This is one example where we have declared one variable, that is a declare number, a negative number exception. This is nothing but the declaration of exception which is a negative number, and I am taking one variable which is a num variable. Then we have started with a begin keyword. In a begin keyword we are taking the number from a user. This statement shows that we are taking value of a number from a user. Then we are checking if the number is less than 0. Then what we want to raise the negative number exception. We have written the negative number exception to handle if it is the user is entering the negative number, then only the exception will get raised, otherwise it will ignore. So for ignorance, the else code is written, number will get printed. Then end of if statement, and then we have a exception code. In the exception code we are writing the name of the exception. See, whenever we are raising the exception which is a negative number, it has to be same as the this. So this and this, the raise variable which is exception variable and the variable which is used over here in the exception should be same. Then after this we will be writing the error message. We want error, enter positive number. This is the error message which we want. So let's copy this code and we will try to run it. We'll see the output. I am pasting it over here in the Oracle 10G, and then I am just giving this like this. Now it is asking me a number. In this case, because I want this exception to be executed successfully, I am putting a number in the negative, that is -6. So see here what it is giving. It is giving us an error message that enter positive number. It is the same error message which we have already written in the exception. Now again, if I want to execute whether this is giving me a proper result for a positive number, so I'll be writing only 6 and I'll see what is a code. See here, when I'm writing the code, for whenever the number is positive, it is executing the else condition where we are printing only the number. So this is the way we can able to execute the user defined exception. This user defined exception can work with a table also. We will, when we will discuss other further more topics, we will understand this easily. I think this is clear to you how to write the user defined exceptions. If you find any difficulty or any doubt, ask in the or write in the comment box. Thank you.